Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for my review of AMAIM Warrior at the Borderline, episode 24, Hokuriku Frontline, part 1. The episode starts with the calm before the storm. We see each side ready in position, and then the fighting starts. Let's see what they got in store for us. Tezuka's talking about his plans for after the battle. Not looking good for our boy here. So the AMAIM pilots are doing pretty well until the updated Ghost shows up, piloted by Brad Walker to fight Amu. Meanwhile, German actually shows up to watch the battle from afar. The Trivecta guy shows up to fight him, and that's the last we hear of them for this episode. Things are starting to look bad for the combined Japanese forces. With the AMAIM pilots occupied, everyone else is kind of just getting wrecked. Amu asks Walker if he's the one behind all the bad things that have happened over the course of the show. Walker says that he is, and Amu set on killing him, though it looks like maybe Walker was not responsible for the attack on the kid. He sort of goads Amu into thinking that he did it to get him angry, but he has a surprised look like he didn't really know that it happened. But it doesn't look like Brad has a very strong political or ethical stance. He just wants to have an awesome battle with Amu. He removed all the limiters on his machine to increase performance, but it's taking a huge physical toll on him. Amu asks Guy to do the same for the Kenbu, but Guy refuses, so the fight continues with Amu kind of trying to have his AMAIM outlast Brad Walker's physical body, and things are going pretty even until the Kenbu stops operating and Guy disappears, and then the episode ends. So if you've been following the show for the entire season, I think this episode delivers. They had a pretty standard anime battle, but there were a few things that were unique. It's cool how each AMAIM pilot got a bunch of sort of unmanned units as support to kind of do their grunt work bidding, almost like super funnels. And I like what they did between Walker, where he's kind of using his physical exertion kind of as his main resource for the battle by removing the limit breakers, and then Amu's kind of using his AMAIM more as that research and kind of that contrast. But most of the other characters are kind of relegated to literal or metaphorical cannon fodder, and even the other two AMAIM pilots don't get too much focus. They each get a flashback to sort of reinforce their reasons for fighting, but really haven't done anything special, that I would want to rewatch like in a clip on YouTube at some point in the future. But we did get a pretty brutal battle between Walker and Amu. I don't think these last few episodes or AMAIM in general are going to go down in anime history or even be remembered in a few years, but the show looks like it's heading towards an adequate conclusion for the people following it week to week. No major plot holes or issues, and things don't seem particularly rushed. I do think the Trivecta German plot was just sort of airdropped in because they didn't really have time to have Yada deal with him. And I do wish the animation was a little bit more interesting, especially considering how static the last few episodes were. I was expecting a much more heavily animated and coolly animated episode, but maybe 25 will get that. But one thing I did really like, and I don't say enough, is just how awesome the sound design and the soundtrack of this show are. Definitely play this on your loudest speakers. So let's make some reckless predictions. Last time I said Guy and Tezuka were going to die. They did this thing where maybe Guy had got like hacked or something, and he's sort of like fading in and out during the battle with Walker, and then finally disappears from the Kenbu's cockpit at the end of the episode. I somehow doubt this is going to be his or its death, or I think they would have made that clear on the cliffhanger, so maybe the Guy death is going to be a fake out. I still think Tezuka is going to do some sort of last stand and kill himself. It would be cool if maybe one of the other AIs help Amu in the final battle to replace Guy, and I would like to definitely see another 3-on-1 battle with the three AMAIM pilots taking on Walker and the Ghost. And I also can't shake the feeling that Walker is going to try to help them out at the end. The fact that he seems surprised about the attack on the kids at Trivecta during the 6-month gap, and that his only main position at this point is to be having a cool fight, and I mean, honestly, who could blame him? It's just leading me to believe that think that maybe he's going to kill German. Let me know your predictions and what you want to see in the last episode. Next week is going to be the end. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this episode, and if you enjoyed it, please give me a like or subscribe. I do anime reviews on Mondays, and I do figure reviews on Wednesdays and Fridays. And if there's a show from next season you want to see reviewed, let me know about it in the comments.